I don't hear myself. Am I on? It is time. Yes, it is. I guess so. Welcome to the LDM Show. How, ladies and gentlemen, you doing today? Hope your week was great. We're here another day. So we got a lot to speak about. Um, this thing has been going crazy. First of all, I'm glad you guys survived the 7-inch storm that we had. It was a touch and go there for a little bit, but we made it. Yeah, we made it. If it sounds sarcastic, I am trying to be sarcastic, and if it sounds like what? Yeah, exactly what I said when I first heard them say we were going to have a storm from 1 to 7 inches. I don't consider that a storm, but to each his own. But we are going to be speaking about today about a company that's doing something in Detroit. What are they going to be doing? That's what I'm going to be talking about today. We're also going to be talking about a new bill that is going to be, it has been proposed, but it's going to be passed in these couple of days. There are a lot of bills that are being passed that you guys don't know of. And yeah, it's good to vote for the president and everything, but that's not who does the bills. Your Congress, your judges and stuff like that. Those are the ones that you have to worry more about. But excuse me, I'm going to speak about that a little bit too. And of course, we have our dating question that I want to pop up here. And then my top 10 things that people say that make you want to slap them or just be like, listen, just go away, because it doesn't make sense. So we're going to be talking about that as well. So I'm just going to real quick here, I got share. Hello, Rosa. Hello, Micah. How we doing today? So I want to get real quick. Today we're going to speak real quick on a lot of stuff. But we're going to hit word on the street first. All right. Well, word on the streets here in New York City is a new bill is being passed, and it's called Parents' Bill of Rights. For anyone that doesn't know what this bill is, it gives the parents the ability to go to the schools and say, I want to see what you're teaching. Or go there and ask them, what is your agendas? What books are you going to take out? I'm all for this bill. Just the reason why this bill came out was because parents were going to school and asking the principals and all that, what are you teaching in this school? And they were like either getting aggressive with the parents, telling the parents to move away. They were doing LGBT things without telling the parents. Religion stuff, teaching religion stuff to the kids without telling the parents. And when the parents were getting angry and everything, they were calling them terrorists. The cops would arrest them and mark them down as a terrorist. You want me to repeat that again? They were marked as a terrorist. So they were like, with Saddam and them. Saddam was like, yo, what are you doing, bro? I already got that name. You know what I mean? Like, these guys were marked down on that. They should have been passed years ago. Exactly, Mike. They should have been passed years ago. This is something that's been aggressive, and people that watch my show knows. I even had a shirt that says, I do not co-parent with the government or the schools. That's my child. And what says goes. If I tell you, do not teach my kid this, don't teach my kid this. School is only supposed to be taught math, science. I'll give a little bit of a history, yeah. I guess history, because you got to know history, bad or good. So stop trying to take out history and trying to change it. No, history has already been made. It's already been made. You just got to worry about the future. Because especially with all these so-called woke people and cancel culture. Y'all need to shut the hell up. But anyway, because this is my reason why. They wanted to knock down statues, right? They wanted to burn books and burn that because they want to eliminate the reason why that's there and eliminate the history of it. Let me explain to you how history works. Right now, I just said, let me explain to you how history works. 20 years later, they're going to say, oh, remember that time that Charles said, let me explain how history works. That's history. So 10 to 20 years later, she says school is not supported to alternative parents and expect them to show up at parents' meetings so they can look good. Exactly. I don't go to parents' meeting because it ain't about the parents or the school. It's about you. So, but let me go back to history. You just destroyed books, statues, took a syrup company to change their thing, and took out a lot of stuff. 10 years, even next year or 2 years from now, in history classes or in Google, which is history, they're going to say, oh, you're looking for that syrup lady? Oh, yeah, in 2022, they had them take it. So now you still call it history, and they're still going to talk about that person. So what did you accomplish? Nada, zip, zero. So stop it. Stop with your bull crapping or trying to change history. Yeah, Christopher Columbus, they still talk about it in school, but now they tell the people, you know, shared. Thank you. They'll talk about Christopher Columbus, but now they added, did you know that he really didn't discover America? See, that's what you're supposed to do. You want to still teach the history of him coming to America, but then you add the truth to it. He didn't discover America. So you see how that worked. Not try to destroy it and throw it down and then say he didn't discover America. Even Christopher Columbus Day, you're trying to change that day. Okay, but you know that it's not going to change history, right? 10, 20 years from now, they're going to be like, oh, but I heard that this used to be called Christopher Columbus Day. So again, it's called history. It's going to be there. So if you're not going to change it for the best, then shut it up. Don't try to, no one can destroy history. I hate when they say that, and that today on today's show, I wish I should have put that on my top 10, because I'm going to talk about the top 10 things that people say that you just want to slap them and just say, you know. But that should be the one of the top 10s. So where you say, I just want to destroy that history and get the history out. It ain't happening. Good or bad, history is already made. If you want to stop and you don't want no one to speak about that history or even know about that history, then ask how Back to the Future, did theirs, and go back there and change it. That's the only way you're going to get it away from people's minds. All right? So make a movie about it, and then, well, even if you made a movie about it, it's still going to be history. See how that works? So quantum leap your stupid ass and go over there and take it. I'm telling you, because these people are stupid. Like, quantum leap, if you don't know what that means, the millenniums and the woke people watch the movie or the old show. But do that and then change history, and then you don't have to worry about destroying the statue because it was never made in history books. See how that works? But anyway, just in case. But the Parents' Bill of Rights, they asking for people to vote for it. Go and vote. If you could, if you want to try to find out how it is. But actually, I don't think they're going to need your vote because it's already high up there in votes. So they think they're gonna win. The only issue is they were saying, since the Democrats were against the bill, how are they going to try to bury the bill once it passes? I'll tell you how it's going to bury the bill when I go to your school and smack the crap out of you because you think you can tell me what to do with my kids. So, it's like that. But speaking of school, what we found out today, what I Googled and did some research while I was on the bus coming home, high educated kids, what they call gifted kids, meaning gifted kids, and I even read the description. Gifted kids are kids that are 2 to 3 grades higher than they supposed to be. They consider them gifted kids. Well, gifted kids are having a lot of problems in the Bronx because there are not that many schools for them. And if there is a school for them, it is so packed that you got a long waiting list. And this is what we're going through now. I thought it was just me, but when I looked up, no, it's a lot of kids. So a lot of the gifted kids are doing what is called K12.com, which is online schooling. So that's what we're having a problem now. But I just wanted to say that. But the main problem that we're having now is schools don't care. We're going to be in a travel situation for about 2 months, you know. And I was telling the school, and the school was like, "Well, we can't have them absent for that long. Not that, oh, let's see if we can work something out so he won't lose some education or some things that are going on in the school for the 2 months. No, they were just worrying about him being absent for the 2 months. Then I find out the school doesn't even have anything for gifted kids, first of all. So you're worrying about my kid coming back after 2 months and not knowing what he already knows 2 years ago? Some of these school systems really need help. So now you got the Bill of Parents' Rights that will come out and help the parents tell these schools what they need to be teaching. So kudos to you guys that are trying to push this bill. Let's make it happen. Parents' Bill of Rights. Check that out. That means they can't lose control for that long. Yeah. Well, the whole main thing of schools that they don't want you to be gone for that long, because I remember, when people were gone, they don't get paid. So they're not caring if your kid is learning. They just want your kid in that school. Because they even told me why my kid missed a couple of days of school. First of all, he missed a lot of days of school because I do not send him on a half a day. It takes us a half an hour to get there. By the time I come back, it's another half hour. You're going to tell me I'm going to sit in my house for an hour to go back to over there to go pick him up? No, it's not going to happen. So on a half a day, he stays home. That's one. Two, they said when he's sick, don't send him home. Well, he was sick. They were like, oh, you could have sent him, and then if he was too sick, we would have told you to come back. What? Yeah, right. I'm going to wait for you to tell me to come back and pick up my kid when I already know he's sick? You ain't no doctor. You barely a teacher. I'm just saying. This is how I felt. That's my little rant. They lose money. It's all about the money. Yes, it is, Magna. It's all about the money. So let's push this Bill of Rights. So that was my talk on Word on the Street today. Or my little rant, right? But in good news, in Detroit, I found out that there was a group taking back their city from Detroit. And they just got passed a bill to make their company legal. And the reason why I say pass a bill to make their business legal, it sounds kind of funny. But the reason is because they're doing a cop's job. They're doing what we had back in the days was the guardian angels, which I think they still out there. They're walking around with AK-47s, guns, everything, patrolling the bad areas. And this is in Detroit. Weekend Motion Brothers are New ERA Elite. They are called the New Era Detroit. They're volunteers, fathers that walk around at the high crime rate stores, black-owned places, Latin places where the cops are not really helping. They are actually going around and helping. And the governor and everything from Detroit was, a little iffy about it because they were like, they're going to be walking around and they're going to think that they high and mighty and they want to kill people. No. Actually, the people love it, and the criminals respect them more than they do the police officers because when they see them coming, they know they are not going to play. You know what I mean? So that is a good thing. So shout outs to Detroit. They are the New Era Detroit, which is an organization formed to restore the black utility in the black community in Detroit, as well as across the nations. United is the key. So I sent them a message. Hopefully, and exactly, they are the front line now. They helping the police officers, letting them know which one is the high. But they do ask the Detroit business people and the other people, if you do have a place that is high, to email them, or inbox them on Facebook. On Facebook, there are are called the Brothers New Era. So of New Era. So check them out. I really like how they are. My son over here trying to duck under a camera when he's as short as the camera. It's so funny. But anyway, uh, check them out. Kudos to you guys for doing something and taking over your streets. And again, it's not called snitching because you're not in a gang. So stop that snitching thing. These people are actually telling them, listen, we got too much problems in this. We got too much thieves going on and stealing in the stores. So now they going into the stores and like, helping, especially with this new bill that you can't really stop a person from stealing in your store and all this stuff. And then you put them in jail. They come back the next day. Not happening. Take over your streets. Maybe the other streets, other cities would adapt to it.
They're taking matters into their own hands.
Yeah, like Magna said, they're the front line now. They're the actual people. So kudos to you guys. That is the perfect thing to do. And we need to continue pushing these people to do stuff like that. So I'm happy that is going on. And I can actually honestly say they do look frightening. You see them coming with their vest on. You think they're the SWAT, But they there, and they talk to the community. They got videos out there that they talking to the community. The community is saying thank you. The community is actually donating and made a GoFund for them to buy, ammos and chest things and to pay for these volunteers to eat and drink and stuff like that. So their city has heard and listened.
I mean, it's not cheap, right?
No, it's
They
not.
need
It's not.
support.
It's not. So they need to do that. So shout outs to them. I always love to bring good news that the community is doing. So, I'm looking out. And again, if you guys know any stories, inbox us and let us know, and we'll research it to make sure it is legit stories, and then we'll bring it out. So this one I did a research for 2 days, dug in it. They have a Facebook. No incidents yet. Their crime rate in their neighborhood has gone down. So, and they only do it mostly, they are trying to do it every single day, but they do it here and there, which is a good thing because the criminals don't know when they're going to pop up. You know what I mean? So they do it here and there. They don't do it like every Monday, every Wednesday. No. So the criminals be like, nah, it's Wednesday. We can't rob nobody, So they do it, scattering around the day. So kudos to you again. So let's get to some good topics. Good topics. I heard of some of these videos that I watch. I'm like, are you doing it just to start a issue, or was this really happening? Either way, it's still a good topic. So if you're faking it or not, it still winds up to be a good topic. This one girl said they had a panel talking, and the one guy came out and said a joke about gardening, and he said, "What? I'm not no Mexican." The lady was like, "Oh, that's racist." No. Maybe I'm not to you. I'm not saying you. To me, that is not racist. That is stereotype. Stereotype is based on truth. So if you have 8 out of 10 people that do this, and then we just say they all do it. You know what I mean? If you go to a neighborhood, just like I live in the Bronx, if you go to a neighborhood where a majority of them are all Dominicans in that neighborhood, or all blacks, or all Puerto Ricans, what are you going to say? Oh, I'm going to go to that block. Oh, who lives there? Oh, a bunch of Puerto Ricans. No, there's a couple white people I've seen there, a couple Asian, but it doesn't matter because it goes with the majority of how many people do it. So if you know for sure, even comedians and myself and everybody, we use the joke of gardening our Mexicans. You know what I mean? Because why? Half of the companies are them. So it's not racist, it's stereotype. And the person that says, "Ooh, that's racist," sometimes I be thinking, are you the racist one? Because I don't see no other Mexican getting offended by it. They'll probably be like, "Yeah, where? What, there's a job for gardening? Where?" You know what I mean? They not. See, this is the problem with people that say racist or scream the racist card. Who is it racist for? I don't need you to tell me, "Ooh, that's a Latin racist thing." Let the Latin people say is a racist. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. Or putting tar on the roof. Laugh out loud. Exactly. You know? Well, putting tar more white people. I see a lot of white people on the roofs. You know what I mean? The roof thing. You know that because that's building the house. But again, is that racist or is that stereotype? If I say built me a house, who's the engineer? Who's the builder? You know what I mean? I need a radio put in my car. Am I going towards the guy next door? No, I'm going towards a Latino. Listen, you know how to take the radio out. You must know how to put it back in. Again, I'm Latino. I can say that. You can say that. It doesn't matter because it's stereotype. It's not racist. You know? No, it's generalizing. It's still not racist, right? So, but the thing that
I guess also it matters how you say it.
Well, I was going to say that. It also means, like, how did you bring it out that it sound racist? You know? Did you make it as a joke? Did you make it a statement? Did you, oh, you know what, you Mexican? Go do the garden. Now that sounds racist. That's not stereotype by saying, oh, going to a Mexican, excuse me, do you cut grass? That's not racist. That's me asking a Mexican that I seen walking here and say, because it all started when a person asked a Mexican, do you know any people that are selling good fruits, like oranges? They said, oh, that's racist. He said, no, it's because when I'm in the highway, I see a lot of Mexicans selling oranges. So I'm asking him. Again, it's not racist. It's stereotype. Stereotype is based on the truth. That's all to it, you know? Come on. If you see a white person come and you tell a white person, hey, be here at 10. They come at 10:30. What's the first thing they tell you? Are you working on black people time? Is that racist? No, it's stereotype because all black and brown, we always late. So it's stereotype, you know? That's why nowadays, you got to stop with your emotions.
But is it good though?
No, it is
assuming.
good. Stop with your emotions. Stop with your emotions. Stop with this. Listen, because the only one that is offending is you. So shut up, suck it in, and keep on walking. Because I hate when a person from a different race be like, ooh, that's racist to them. Who said that? I just seen 10 of them, and they didn't say nothing. You know what I mean? So it's not offending them. It's offending you. So let's cut the racist word out and say it's offending me. Then I can speak to you. You know what I mean? Lighten up. Exactly. Relax. 2 tears in the bucket and say F it. That's all I got to say. Keep on walking. Relax. You know, and the thing is that I hate when people say, oh, life is too short. Yeah, but you're making it even shorter by stressing yourself out by little things that are not, you know, that's not meant to be. And then people are taking the racist and the offensive word to a higher level because now the offensive word became a racist thing. Since when? Because I remember when people used to say something that made me offensive, and offensive means that I got to put my guards up now and defend myself. It didn't mean that you were racist and I was going to cry to the next person and cut you down and kick you out of your job or go cry, like a little bit, he called me this and that. Listen, lady, it wasn't racist. Get your butt over there. You know? Matter of fact, Wong, did you finish cutting the grass? Because this lady's talking about is racist. No, mijo, I didn't cut the grass. I'm cutting the tree now. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. That's like me saying, oh, why, you don't know how to put everybody in your house? Don't worry about it. Come in my house and you can sleep in my house. I got Mexican friends. They taught me how to do that. Is that racist? Or is that stereotype? I'll wait.
I don't know. That's borderline.
There's no borderline. Is it a racist or a stereotype? It is stereotype because how many of them you know live 5 families in a house? My Mexican friend could tell you that too because he has 3 people living in his house. Where we were living at before when my wife first came, we had the one upstairs. They had 4 families in their house. So, you know, it's just stereotype. It's just based on truth. Either you take it as a joke or you just keep on walking. Life is too short, people. Come on. Life is too short to worry about offensive, things like that. Now, it was racist when my Jewish neighbor banged on my door and told me to lower the spick mute. See, that is racist. Unless you were, you know, playing some Latino music then. No, but the word spick, music. Now, that is racist. That's not stereotype. That's you coming in and saying that this music is only meant for those type of people and you need to lower that down. That is racist. You see the difference? If you don't see it, rewind this after the video's done. Not now. Rewind it after the video's done and then read her comment. It is racist when his Jewish landlord knocked on the door and said, "Hack, lower down the speaker music." Right? That's what he said. I turned it up, told him to call the cops. I would have done the same thing. Matter of fact, I would have told him to turn it up, and then I would have told him who sings it and what song is it. So that way, in case he likes it, he can go, go get it. Because I pay, it's out of courtesy. If they would have knocked on the door and said, "Hey, out of courtesy, I'm trying to sleep. Can you lower it down just a chin?" You know what I mean? I even do it because I did it to a neighbor. I didn't like their music. But I came and I knocked on their door. I said, "Yo, I'm a little sleepy. Can you lower down your music?" And who's that, first of all, that you're listening to? Just butter it up. You know what I mean? Butter it up. They know I never complained, so they was like, "Oh, my bad. I didn't even know you were home." I said, "Yeah, I took a day off." So they lowered it down. That's it. But if you're going to tell me to shut it off, then that's big difference. That's a totally different. I ain't shutting nothing off. You know what I mean? There's a way to speak, but spit, yeah. Use that. Oh, tell that Mexican ass to go cut the grass. That's racist. You know what I mean? Like if you got your aggressiveness, and then you got to throw a curse in there and everything like that. That's aggressiveness. That's the racist. To me, when people are like, "Ooh, that's borderline racist towards me," towards who? You better say towards a person. Borderline just means that you got offended and you don't know how to act on it, or you want to say it but you can't. You know what I mean? And don't say that. You might be getting canceled. By who? Only one that can cancel me are the people that pay me. These idiots don't pay me. You know what I mean? I was like, wait, when you pay my light, my rent, my bills, and me and my wife and my kids can just stay home and relax, then you can tell me, don't say that. You know what I mean? Come on now. Listen, this is how I feel. This is how I feel. That's all I got to say. Towards that, But it is same. And probably somebody's watching right now like, "Oh, my God, I can't believe he says that." But deep inside, they're like, "Yeah, tell them." You know what I mean? Because it's true. You got to tell these people how it is when it needs to be done. Because you can't base your life on, because back in the day, Stereotype, and speaking of Stereotype, Roseanne Barr, 76 years old, I think it is. She just came back to stand-up comedy. I'm not a big fan of hers. I never was. I kill me, but I was not really a big fan of the Roseanne Barr show. I watched it here and there, but it was not something that I would like, "Ooh, let me go watch," But it was funny at times. So with that said, I'm more respectful to her because she said, "In my time, people know me as the loudmouth, as the person that tell you as it is." If you remember Roseanne Barr, she tried to sing the American anthem at a baseball game. People booed her, and she grabbed her crotch and told everybody, "F you." She was one of those outspoken people in the comedy community. Yeah, I would say community comedy community. She was one of those outspoken ones. Comedy is all good for fun. You need thick skin. You do. So she was one of those that spoke out. She came back to do a stand-up, which I have not watched yet. I'm about to watch just because she came back and I want to see what she has to say since it's Roseanne Barr and she has no filter. She said the reason why she came back to do stand-up is because she is tired of seeing these good comedians holding back because of these idiots. That's her words. Of these cultured, biased people and these fake woke and offended people. She said comedy is based on stereotype, which stereotype is based on what? I've been saying it all day. Truth. So
Maybe she wants to be canceled.
she don't care. She been canceled. Why you think she was out? She was canceled before cancel was out. When before this cancel stuff was out, it was calling blackballed. That's what it was called. I'd rather go to the LDM comedy show before I see her. Thank you. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, I did a heck of a job with my stand-up comedy. It's going to come out tomorrow, I think it is. So watch that. We did a good job at the stand-up thing. Everybody loved it. Thank you for the audience that said I did a heck of a good job. And they asked me, was I a real comedian? Like I said before, I guess not because I don't get paid as a comedian. But yeah, I do comedy, so it was fun. But I'm not one that hold back either on my comedy. You like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. You came to a comedy show. I'm going to joke on everybody and anything. So just like I do in this show. But yeah, kudos to you, Roseanne Barr. I'm not a big fan, but I do respect what are you trying to do, trying to bring comedy back. Even comedy talk shows are dying. So, they watering down. Some of them.
No, because now you always have to be politically correct, so you don't.
Yeah,
have to
but
offend
politically
anyone.
correct doesn't make a joke. That's like me saying, oh, wow, I haven't seen you for a whole minute. That's not funny. Versus, damn, where you been? It's been almost like a year. Bro, I just seen you down the block. That makes it more funny. Being politically correct, and I don't know who political people are saying politically correct, because first of all, the English language and the spelling is never correct. So let's go there. But anyway, being politically correct is for who? Who are you being politically correct for? Because New York, Bronx people still speak slang. Politically correct, blah, blah, blah. Remember the comedians that die young who said, all PR owners have cats sitting on the bread. Yo, I still say that. I be like, you go to a Boricua bodega, you got three things going on. You got a cat on the bread. You got 4 people playing dominoes in the corner. And you got loud music like they think there is a club. You know what I'm saying? And then you got the numbers in the back. So that's about 4 things that are going on in the bodega. Again, is that racist? Or that comedy with a stereotype? Gambling in the back. That's what I just said. The numbers in the back. Let me get a 10-20 with 50-50. Let me get a 108, 107 dollar quarter on the 203 and 50-50 on. I used to hear that in the back all the time. So, again, it's funny. That's what makes it more funny. Shout out to Coy, Joe Coy. He's still not going to be politically correct. He's still going to talk about it. And he said it on his last show. He do not care. If you don't like the fact that he has to that he does an accent and the bag of weed, well, once in a while. That's when the youngsters took over the stores. But Joy Coy said they were trying to ban him for speaking in his comedy mother's voice. When I do, his mother's accent. When I do the Mexicans, I say it in their accent. When I do the bodega guy, I say it in their accent. Listen, you cannot make a joke and get that whole picture without the visual and the audio. It's not going to work. It's called comedy. It's not called let me see. No, it's comedy. You don't like it? The door's there. That's all I got to say. Especially they don't come to any of our comedy shows because none of our comedians, comedy. It's called comedy. Because none of our comedians are going to hold back. And I make sure of that. I tell the comedians, you don't have to hold back. And we film it for Roku TV. And we tell people in the Roku TV, if you don't like real stand-up comedy, don't watch. Because we're the last dying breed. And comedy is always going to be that. It's always going to be fun. I still laugh when I see somebody fall as I'm helping them. But it's still funny. It's like, woo, boom. I'm like, oh, snap. Did you pay a lot for that trip? And they laugh themselves. Hurt, bleeding, but they help. I'm like, here, put that, here, cover that blood. Don't worry about that. It's still funny, right? You know what I mean? Come on now. It's actually all good fun. Come on. Yes, it is. People, hey, Lizette, how is it going? You know, it's for fun. We need to start laughing, especially like myself. I'm not no stranger of telling people got diagnosed with depression and anxiety. So I need all the laughter I can get. You know what I mean? I need that one moment to laugh. The hell you want me to do? Cry all day? No. That's my medicine to fight is to laugh and to do this show and speak to you guys and give y'all information of what's going on in the world. So, again, Stereotype to me is not racist. Change my mind, debate me. I'll probably even speak about it on Speak Out, which is my ramping podcast where we debate about stuff, you know. But again, not racist. I don't think so. Yeah, people need to relax. That's all. Cógelo suave. What was take a chill pill back in the day? Take a chill pill. You know, what's cracking lacking? Or you go back to the '60s. Come on, Jive Turkey. They do the Jefferson. Come on, Jive Turkey. Just take a chill pill. Put that feather in your hat and call it crack-a-moldy. I know, right? People that in the 50s and the 40s, they who said that? Who said that? Because I remember watching a movie where they used to talk about that. Like everything was a rhyme to them back in the days, right? Stick your feather in the hat and call it macaroni. Like what? Hey, John Turkey. I'll punch you in the lip, potato chip. Now sit down, boy. Be humble. Yeah, but comedy is comedy. But here's a comedy thing. And it's about dating. Real quick. I watched a video where the lady was getting mad at her boyfriend, and her boyfriend was standing his grounds. This is why. I wish I had the video. I forgot to download it to give it to the engineer. But she was upset because her boyfriend took her to a nice restaurant for her birthday. But taking her to the restaurant wasn't what got her upset. What got her upset was he didn't want to pay for her friends dinners.
So, question first.
No, he did not invite them.
Invited
No,
the
I knew you were going to ask them. No, he didn't. He took his girlfriend. She bring her friends because it was her birthday and expected him to pay for all those. Who paying? I'm with you, homie. Because as soon as her friends came, I was like, oh, snap, you're all there. All right, that's $20 for you, $22 for you. Oh, you just only had the soda because you were cheap, so that's $4 for you. I ain't paying for that. And they were going to give him the bill, and he said no. Her friends should not have been there. Exactly. And if they were going to be there, they should have paid for their own. Maybe she told them different. Maybe she said, hey, come on, my boyfriend's taking all of us. So the friends didn't know. Because the friends didn't say nothing in the background, so I'm not sure. But it was jump to arguing. And you know how a video happens in the middle of the discussion, so I don't really know. But if her friends came knowing that she invited them, then she paid. I'm only paying for you, for your birthday stuff. This is the reason why I don't even do birthday parties. People ask me the same thing. Take advantage, but assuming, yeah. People ask me, are you going to do a birthday party? Why? You're paying for everything in there? You're going to fix up the house? Because I'm not doing it. And I'm not lying. What I be saying is the truth. You can ask my wife. I do not do birthday parties. Because I'm not spending $400 or $500 for you to come to my house, eat everything up, and then leave. And I'm the one that's my birthday. I'm the one that's supposed to be happy. But no, I'm running around hosting. You okay? Giving sodas and giving. No. I'm supposed to be in the chair chilling. So I don't do birthdays like that. You want a birthday party for me? Then you do it. And let me sit there and you cater me. You know what I mean? Because it's my birthday. Spend it. I don't understand that. Especially people, you got to stop doing these dramatic birthdays for your 1-year-old. They don't remember. Who the birthday really for? Let's talk about that. Who the really birthday really for? Yeah, I spent, and then they always brag. Oh yeah, how was your birthday? Your baby's birthday? Oh, the first one? Oh, it was beautiful. I spent like $4,000. You know when you tell me that, you just sound more stupid than you did when you told me you did a birthday for your first baby. Like we did a baby shower. Why? Because people chipped in to do the baby shower. Remember that? We had a cake, person bake the cake for us. Someone bring food for us. Somebody brought that. I think the only thing we brought was the decorations, right? For the first birthday. No, the cake was given for the baby shower. No, the baby shower. The cake was given. The birthday, yeah, and the food was Tina cooking. So shout out to my girl Tina. She cooks for all his birthdays. But we chip in. What happened to those days where, yeah, I'm going to throw a party? Okay, cool. Who got the potato chips? You do? Okay, mira. No, you're not bringing the plates again, Theo. Because you always bring the plates and you always bring that little flappy plate. You don't want to be chipping in for the... So you're going to bring the sodas this year. Titi, you got the plates. Okay. Who got the balloon? You know what I'm saying? What happened to those days? Those days of having a party where you feel more enjoyable because everybody chipped into that party. I remember those days.
Because
Only old school do that. Exactly.
You know why? Some people don't do that anymore because the young parents right now, they're ungrateful. You do it for them and then, oh, I don't like this decor. Oh, this is not what I'm expecting. Blah,
Decor?
blah, blah.
What the hell was the decor? The only thing that back in the days that were decorated was the table. And those plates you don't use. Be like, oh, who won the cake? My mom used to be like, what you doing? I'm going to put a cake on that plate. No, it ain't. That was for decoration. I'm using this again for next year. Well, I got cousins and nieces that you know what I'm saying? You was not allowed to use those decoration like Mickey Mouse plates and the cups. That was just for decoration. My mom used to pack those plates right back up. We're using this again next year for one of our aunts and cousins. They expect. Exactly. Magna knows. Wait, what we doing here? So, was he wrong? I don't know. I don't think so. Like, again, I can't fight because I don't know the whole story, but the part of the story that I know that she was upset because he didn't pay for them, no. It honestly shows me that he did not expect to pay for anybody's dinner but hers. So, yeah, fight for your rights. Oh, and then she said, oh, you cheap. No, you cheap. Why you don't pay for them? Because you're broke. That's why. Goodness gracious, man. Come on. These women nowadays need to stop and go back, learn from the old school women. You know? Learn their abilities and not abilities and stop worrying about who can give you and not give you. You know what I'm saying? You broke. And then you want to tell him he's broke, but you can't afford to pay them. Yeah, exactly. You can't afford to pay your friends, but he's the broke one. How that work? How that work? I'll wait. Bye, Felicia.
No, but I think the nicer and more diplomatic way to do
Okay,
it
this is a woman answer. Wait, let me give a second. This is my wife engineer giving a woman answer. So guys, pay attention. Go ahead.
No, I think a more diplomatic way to in dealing with it is ask the guy, I will pay for it, and then later when we get home, say, hey, I wasn't ready to pay for your friends. You gotta pay me back.
What, the girl should have done that? Should have paid for everybody?
No, so if the girl invited her friends, right, and the boy is not expecting to pay for them, the boy could have paid, and then at the sidelines say, hey, I'm not ready to pay for your friends. You have to give me that money back. You know, like you don't have to be upset at that point.
Okay, so as a husband, I would say that was a nice answer, and I'm good for you. Good, we're here. We're here. But then when I get home, I'm going to say this. Wrong, not happening. If you bring somebody in your family without me knowing and thinking I'm going to pay, you're broke, not me. Well, I can't say that because our bank account is stuck together. But anyway, ain't happening. She would pay and then probably go home and say, listen, I had to pay for all my... Because you're the one that bring them. Bottom line, quien invite, paga. Whoever invites, you pay. You invited them, you pay. Bottom line. I'm sorry. That's the bottom line. I ain't paying for your friends. Well, maybe for that one, because she's always broke. Because you know you always got that one friend that's always broke but want to come with you everywhere. Everybody got that one. So you be like, that friend I'll pay because she's always broke anyway. That's why she only had the soda, trying to play that she's on a diet. But and then they exactly, thank you. How we doing? But come on now, we need to stop that. Stop assuming someone's supposed to pay because they're your boyfriend or they're your girlfriend. No, if I'm telling you, listen, I'm gonna take you out for dinner for your birthday, or I'm gonna take you somewhere for your birthday. I didn't hear me say I'm gonna do a party and we're gonna all go to the restaurant. That didn't happen. He didn't look like he had party restaurant money. That friend is called. Yeah. She old, right? That scallywag, which is coming out here. Here, Get your scallywag self out of here. Listen, I love stories like this. I'm going to research a lot more because a lot of them are coming out now. There's a lot of women that's saying that and especially that one that's talking about she need a six-figure man in her life. You don't got six figures. Girl, you don't even got two. Get a job and then talk. You know what I mean? There's videos coming out like that I'm going to put on blast on these people. Stop it. Stop it. And then if a guy says it, it's a big difference. It's a big issue. If a guy says, I got a standard, they stuck up. They no good. A woman got a standard, they talk about, yeah, woman, lady, you stand up for that. You got the rights. No. Everybody got the rights to have a standard. Even though guys' standards are breathing, but it doesn't matter. Blast. All right. Well, that was my story on that. If he was wrong, I'm assuming everybody's going to agree. No, he wasn't wrong. She was wrong for bringing her friends first. Second, you were wrong for thinking that he was supposed to pay for them. And third, you were wrong for being broke in the first place and thinking that somebody going to pay for your broke butt. Listen, that's like someone going out on a date with no money and then get mad that the person doesn't want to take you back home or pay for your Uber. Like, what was it, a couple months ago or a month ago? I did the story about the lady was mad because her date sent her on an Uber pool back home. You're lucky they sent you on an Uber. You didn't have no money. Like my mom always said, even to me, if you're going out with someone, of your friends, if you're going out with your friends and something, make sure you have a little bit of money on your side to come back home because you never know what can happen. You didn't drive there, so you're not going to be like, oh, since he drive there, I know that person's going to drive me back. No. Even with my best friends, I never counted on them to bring me back. The only thing I counted on was me coming back. It's the only thing I worry about. Not worrying about if someone was going to bring me back. Two different things. So, ladies, my advice to you, if you're dating, worry about you coming back. Not worrying about if that guy is going to bring you back. So always bring extra money, little chile here or there. You know what I mean? Well, now it's about $10 for about 5 blocks. So, if you live more than $10 away, make sure you have enough to come back. Or at least that $2.50 or whatever it costs on the bus. Yeah, keep the money. Yeah, they're going to probably pay for your dinner or all that. But if you don't like the way the date is going, you can just be like, you know what? It's not going well. I think we're going to cut this short. I know you bring me, but don't worry about it. I got money to go back. That's it. Yeah. A lot of people do that too. I'll meet you at the restaurant. So if you drive to the restaurant or take the bus to the restaurant, that's how you're going to go back. So now there's no worries about, oh, I got to sit here because I got to make sure the date goes good so he can take me back home. No, it doesn't work that way. But anyway, again, that top list, I was supposed to put that one on the top list. But this is my top 10 things that people say that you want to slap or just wonder what the hell they talking about, right? So I'm going to go from 10 to number 1. So number 10, people say, I hate police. Ban the police. Well, all this. Damn, my house was robbed. Call 911. Girl, didn't you just tell me that you don't like police? Why would we call them? They need to be a phone where you dial 911 and they already have your number. This is 911, but we're not picking up for you because we already heard that you don't like us. Thank you for calling and try again. Goop, and hang up. You know what I mean? Somebody needs to invent that. And then you see everybody change their mind. You see, oh, I love police. Number one, hey, I even got a badge on. I got a little thing. Oh, love them. I love them, dude. And everybody started loving police then when they started putting that 911, you know. You know how they be having that unknown on your phone? The 911 operator has don't like police. They don't even pick up on you no more. Block. Send them straight to voicemail. Voicemail of 911. If this is emergency, +1. If it's a stabbing, +2. If you don't like us, +4. Boop, you're a +4. So you get the voicemail. Doot, doot. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. But anyway, this one is number 9, which my son said. Why do people say this? Like they steal the iVoice sticker and brag on Facebook they voted. Exactly, right? But number 9, my son bring this up one time and made me laugh. He said, why do people say hold the train and the bus when they know they can't? It's too heavy for them to hold the train. What is exactly? Hold the train. I'll hold the door. I can't hold that train. That train is too powerful. Once it goes, it goes. You know, hold the bus. What you want me to do? Jump in front of it? Like, I can't hold the bus for you, lady. Again, these are top 10 things that I thought was kind of funny that people would say. You know? So, but that number 9 was when he heard somebody say, hold the bus. He said, how are they going to hold the bus? Right? Right? How are they going to hold the bus? It's too heavy for them. and you know what's so funny is that he didn't say it as a joke. Good. He's serious. He's high educated where he doesn't understand stereotype. I mean, not stereotype, sarcasm and things like that. So he's like, what? How am I going to hold the bus? So I thought it was kind of funny, so it made number 9 on my list. Number 10. Where was I? I can't remember. Oh, when people were walking and talking about, I can't believe these cars eat these red lights. And at the same time, they eating the don't walk sign, and cars had to stop for them. You can't have both ways. Because when I drive, I get mad at the people eating the red light, you know? Or when I'm turning and you have the right of way to cross, I let you cross. But guess what happens when you don't have the right of way to cross? I'm going. You don't get the right of way to cross. So don't say, why is these people eating red light if you're not doing the same thing when you're walking? That's my number 8. Right there. Right? Right or right? Right? Am I right or am I right? Okay. If it says don't walk, mean don't walk. Don't be doing like my uncle says. If it says don't walk, that means you got to run across the street. No, you don't. If it's a yellow light, that means you just got to go faster before it's red. No, it don't, Theo. No, it doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work that way. Number 7. This needs to stop. I can't wait to vacation. Where you going? Nowhere. I'm just going to chill in my house. And then they just called it a staycation. You know what staycation is, right? It's just a broke word for people to say that just want to stay home. Stop trying to make a word more fancy. It's just your ass want to stay home. Come on now. Come on. Yeah, I'm going on staycation. Don't make no words up, bro. Don't even call it vacation. I'm serious. Don't call it a staycation. Just call it, I'm taking days off of work. That's it. Listen, I want to take off 5 days of work. You mean a vacation? Nah, I'm not going nowhere but my house, so I'm taking a 5-day off of work. I might extend it to 7 because I got 2 sick days left. I can feel it coming. You know what I'm saying? But it's not a vacation. It's day off of work. That's all to it, unless you're going somewhere. I don't even care if you go to the next town. Like, yeah, I'm going to Connecticut. Then that's a vacation then, because you're out of your house, you're out of your area. That's a vacation. But if you're not going nowhere but to the supermarket to grab your food that you're gonna be in your house all day with, then no, it's a day off of work. Let's cut that out. Staycation is staycation. Mira esta.
I think vacation, it counts as vacation if you go to like a hotel or stay
Not
somewhere
even
else.
if you get out your house, like you live in New York, but now you're gonna visit family in Connecticut because you took 4 days off of work. That's a vacation. You're out of your area. You're out of your house. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm home. Wait, I thought you went on vacation. Yeah, it's a staycation. No, it's a brocation. Listen, which is nothing wrong with that. Because I used to take staycations because why? First of all, it wasn't that I was broke. It's because I'm cheap. Big difference. I was cheap. I ain't going no vacation. I'm staying home, and I'm going to tell people I left so they don't bother me, and I'll stay home all day eating my Oreos and chilling and watching movies. Hey, Javier Louis. We're doing. It's true, though. You know? Brocation. That's what it's called. Let's change the name to staycation to brocation or leave me alone-cation. So, but again, these are things that make me laugh at things that people say. So on my top 10 list, at number 6 is, with all the money I pay, why is these buses and trains being an issue? What money, girl? Not for nothing, but you don't work. I be seeing half of these people that don't work, either don't pay really taxes, don't even get SSI, and they talking about with all the money I spent. What money you spent? You don't even pay. Sit your. Because I heard a couple people say that. Oh my God, with all these taxes, but you don't even work. Like, you don't even get money to put taxes in there. So this doesn't count. You don't even have a say in it right now. You don't even pay for your fare, so you don't even have a say in it. Anybody that don't pay taxes or don't pay their fare, they need to do what they used to do back in the days and go in the back of the bus and shut up. Because you have no say-so. Now, was that racist or that stereotype?
No, that's racist.
But no, in other words, you just need to shut up because you don't even have no say-so in it. So I don't even know why you're making yourself look big. So that's my thing. If you don't pay to get on the bus or you don't pay taxes, you don't have no say-so on how the buses are running or nothing. So, what? Laugh out loud. That was racist. But Javier, we were talking about racist or stereotype earlier. Don't rewind it because you're watching me right now. When it's done, then you can rewind it. Damn, that was old. That was old. Talking about rewind. It just made me feel like I was a VCR. But anyway, you don't vote, don't complain. Exactly. That's what my wife be telling me. Why are you complaining? Are you going to go vote? I'll be like, nah. So then shut up. I was like, well, I got to do like everybody else. Just vote or complain and just stay home. But that is true, Magna. Yeah. But, okay. You're a government worker, so that means. Oh. Yeah, another one when they tell the police and everything, oh, you got to do what I say. You're a government worker, and that means we pay your bill. Who's we? Again, this falls in the place of you don't work. You don't pay taxes. So you are not one of those government people that pay the police's salary. So don't count on you. So no. They don't work for you. They work for the ones that pay taxes and have money coming in. So, no. That was number 5. Number 4. I'm sorry. Number 4. We're going. Number 4. Hey, you're looking good. Are you single or taken? No, it's complicated. No, it's not complicated, okay? No. Stop this. It's complicated stuff. Yes or no? Are you seeing someone? No, but I'm dating. That's different. That means you're not really seeing someone. You're just going here and there and there. It's like bar hopping. Yeah, you're bar hopping. That's what you're doing. So, but it's not complicated. Yes or no? Where's your husband? Oh, he's not really my husband. It's complicated. What you mean? He's still living in my house. Boy, girl, bye. It ain't complicated. It ain't complicated. Don't play. That's number 4. It's complicated. You need to shut up about that. Yes or no? They even put it on Facebook. I see. It's complicated. No, it's not. Yes or no? You're single? You have someone? Or you're married? Or divorced or widowed? But I don't really care if you're divorced or widowed. That's your prerogative. I just care if you have someone or you don't. That's it. I don't need to know your rest of your life until I get to know you. All right, number 3. This is another thing that bugged me out. That's like saying, anyway, you're a certain age, and they say, yeah, I'm a person of a certain age. You're old. That's what you're trying to say. You're old. No, I'm a person of a certain age. What certain age is that, ma'am? I want to know. That's like saying...
Matured individual.
Yeah, a mature. That's just like saying, yo, I got a friend for you. She is so jolly. We know what that means.
Why would you do that? That's so bad.
I'm not saying, again, racist or stereotype. But, she is a good cook. No. You know what I mean? No. She good cook. We know what that means. She ugly. So if you're saying I'm a person of a certain age, that means you're not in my age bracket then. Now you mean you old. Again, things that make you want to smack a person and be like, you weird. Exactly. So that's what that means. So if you're telling a person, don't worry about my age, I'm just of a certain age.
Exactly
that means
what
you're
it
old.
means.
Okay, we got that. Now, number 2, I've been hearing this a lot when people are doing documentaries and everything. I was born at a young age. What? So you're the only one born I thought when you were born you were young automatic. I didn't know you were born at a young age. Who came out and said I was born at middle age? Nobody. I was born as an old man. No, well, maybe because y'all all look wrinkly when y'all born. But no, you were just born. That's it. I was born at the earliest years in the 1900s, and that's another thing too. It's not on my list, but you tell a person you were born 19 whatever, that word 20th century, that sounds old. That sounds old. So you were born 1900s after Christ. That's old. So stop, really. Someone said that? Yeah, Javier. Watch a lot of these youngster videos or the ones that thinking they're young. They're like 30 or 40 trying to be young. Talking about documentaries, talking about I was born on a young age. Yeah, at my young age when I was born, listen, if you're trying to act like you're mature and trying to say big words, you're starting to sound like people coming out from jail. That's what that sounds like. See, right, when...
Leave the jail people alone.
No, see, my brothers, when we are gathered together in this facility, that we are gathered in one of a unity, togetherness, we are approached by these certain individuals that, and what I'm trying to say is that when I was in jail, they were trying to gang up on me and beat me down. That's what I was trying to say. Please, come on now. Anyway, you were not born at a young age. You were just born. Everybody's born young. Idiots. But number 1, this is my number 1 pick because I don't like them, and they know I probably don't like them. That's probably why they would never give me a government grant. But anyway, the government talking about, I don't know who's more dumb, the government saying it or the people believing it. When the government says, we're for the people, with the right hand with the thumb, right? We're for the people. We're for you. We're here together.
Is that your white voice?
And this is my white voice. And my political white voice. And we're here together and we can make this happen because, yes, I am Charles Laloma and I'm here for you. Vote for me and we'll do it quickly. No. If you're an idiot for believing them too. The government is not for us. They for themselves and for the money. Let's stop. But anyway, that was my top 10 of the dumb things that people do and say. uh, I hope you learned. Hope you had some fun joking around with us, and we'll have a lot of time. Scammers, exactly. They the ones when they call me, it says unknown. I don't pick up from them. But all jokes aside, I like to make a little bit of jokes so we can learn something in a good way. That's my goal with this show. So, Ha has white voice, his white voice. So just make sure you guys open your eyes and just have fun, no matter what. And when someone says something, what they say, take it with a grind of rice, a grind of salt. I mean,
Take it with a grain of salt.
grain of salt. I say take it by word, because just like when they said when I was in the kitchen and I heard the news talking about we're gonna have a storm for 1 to 7 inches, I was like, what? I didn't even have to look at the thing to know that they were dumb, because there was no such thing as a storm calling 1 to 7 inches. But anyway, listen to what the person is saying in between the words. Have fun with it, and if a person cannot laugh with you, then they definitely not for you. That's what I say. You know what I mean? And again, we're the LDM Show, and we're for you. We'll see you next week, and together we will laugh. Have fun. Take care.